Yo, Damian Spalding here. Once people discovered that I was moving to the Dominican Republic after the huge amount of shock they went through, one of the questions they asked me was, why the Dominican Republic? Why not the Panama? Why not Costa Rica? Why not Mexico and all the other places that expats are going to? Maybe I'll answer that in an upcoming video. If you'd like me to answer that, let me know, and I will do that first. Also, the number of people said, "My gosh, you're getting out of Canada. Please, yeah, like everyone wants to leave this country if they could, right? It seems like everybody at least." And a number of people said, "Okay, well, if you're going, can I go with you?" So there's like my chiropractor. He didn't ask me. I said, "Hey, I can't live without you, dude. Like you're my chiropractor. You keep me a chiropractor." I used to be a massage therapist. I'm trained to be a massage therapist, so I know it's a chiropractor, but I'm a silly guy. So my chiropractor, I built in the Spalding Dominican Republic website. He has a subsection with John Ray is his name. He's freaking fantastic. He does this Gonstead method thing, which is not the typical smash bash quick motion stuff, but very precise, very surgically precise. As a massage therapist here in Canada, the as a massage therapist back in the day when I was trained back in the 90s, it was equivalent to the first, I don't know, 3 years of med school, except for cadaver. We could actually get in we missed the cadaver class. You know, that 1 year we're supposed to be in the cadaver clinic, and then they ended up canceling it. Really sucked, because you'd figure of anyone, the chiropractors, you can feel bones anywhere, but soft tissue specialists should feel like should deal with the chiropractor anyway. But nonetheless, I digress. So the education is at a very high level here. And so, at least back in the day. And then from there, so I created a webpage for him, John Ray, on spaldingdominicanrepublic.com. And then that went public. And then other people are saying, well, can I go? My executive assistant, I call him Houdini, my personal assistant, he is planning to move now to the Dominican Republic. Another fellow is my left hand when it comes to productions is Toes. Everyone gets nicknames here at Spalding Canada. He's looking at moving as well. And then individuals from across Canada, starting local, but is now the word's getting out. It's like, okay, Damien, can you help me? So I'm helping individuals with their structures, their business structures. One fellow I was chatting with, he's got a house to sell. He's got a business to pivot, not sell, but pivot. He's looking at financial structures, because I've also been dealing for years in offshore structures and LLCs and IBCs and helping that process going through, or remote working. My team at the largest, when Spalding Canada was being developed, we were about 100 of us that were working together to build a $50 billion plan under spaldingcanada.ca/the big picture. So that was huge. And we're in a decentralized form. So I'm already used to building teams online, and we have the best teams that there could be for this kind of thing. So all that's coming down the pipe. But anyway, so if you'd like to, let me know what you want to hear. Do you want to hear what my process is in pivoting the business? What my personal journey is in moving to the Dominican Republic? Is it why I chose the Dominican Republic? Like, ask me a question, okay? And then I will do my best to give you the answers to that question, okay? Because I don't know, like I said in my past video, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. But I want this to be dependent upon what you want to know. I want to be relevant to your life. So let me know what's relevant to you. And I'm not one of those guys like, look at me. It's just uncomfortable for me to do. You'll know there's a documentary being built about me, and I was uncomfortable through the whole process because there's a big plan here for Canada. So this is not my comfort zone. I'd rather be behind the camera than in front of it. But my team said, Damien, please just make something. So here it is. So I need your help. Please just tell me what do you want to know? And I'll do my best to answer. Okay. And I will still just give you stuff. We have a yard sale figured out tomorrow morning, because my wife is an artist. She's a henna artist. So these are some of my awards here from my music school days and art days and all that kind of stuff. So when I said the Consumer Choice Awards is the most prestigious award you can win, and there's 10 years of Consumer Choice Awards, that I might pack some of those stuff up or something. I don't know. And this is my wife's work. She's a henna artist. She does that kind of stuff. So tomorrow morning, she's already taken all of her scarves off the wall, and she's already taken all of her jewelry that she makes for birds and stuff. She makes animal safe jewelry. So that's already ready to go. So it's going to be a long day tomorrow, and tomorrow is the Canadian Thanksgiving. And so I have, I'm going to meet my daughter tomorrow, I hope. And what I do is I adopt some students, and she's one of my students I adopted. So I call her daughter. Everyone knows her as daughter. I'll try my best to keep names out of this Facebook, this YouTube, or whatever experience this is going to be broadcast on. But nonetheless, okay, I'm Damian Spalding. Spalding Experience is how you find me on YouTube. And yeah, let me know. What do you want to know? And I will do my best to bear all as I kind of do this process. It's scary. It's horrifying, exhilarating. I have more questions than answers right now. And when you're running towards a wall at an unreasonable speed and you don't know, you have more questions than answers. Is never comfortable. But that's kind of where I am right now. Anyway, hopefully that journey will change. And once, fear. Fear is interesting because the only real fear that we have is the fear of the unknown. And once unknowns become knowns, then the fear naturally dissipates, right? I'm going to go to school. It's my first time at a school at grade 12 or something. So I'm afraid of like the first day of school. What is my teacher going to think? Are people going to laugh at me? Whatever. And then once you go there and you realize the teacher doesn't laugh or whatever it is, the fear goes away. Anyway, I also run a counseling business. You can find me on Bark. Okay. So I do life coaching and counseling, business counseling, because people need help starting their businesses or developing, moving from a small business to a mid-sized business, or moving from mid-business to a large business. How do you find your venture capital or angel capitalists? How do you do your share allocations and structures? How do you set up for an IPO? How do you, like, all these things? If I don't do much IPO work, I'd much rather, I have a CFO and I have other people that do that kind of stuff. But to give you an idea of the other side of me as well. So that's part of it. And so if you look for me on Bark, you'll see some of my counseling services. So I might give you some little thoughts and snippets of wisdoms. I'm putting some master classes together. I have them recorded. Houdini built them, and Toes built them in the past. And I'm going to be putting that on the Spalding Dominican Republic website. So I have a business thing, Life's a Pitch Then You Die. I'm training salespeople on how to close better and so on and so with integrity and whatnot, become the best in their fields. And there's the masterclass on counseling that I've put. So enjoy that stuff as it comes. I have one on music composition for musicians. Anyone can teach you how to play a saxophone or a bass or whatnot, but it's how do you produce music with it? How do you become the best of the best in that? So I built a masterclass for that. So stay tuned for all that stuff. But going back to square one, what do you want to experience as part of this Spalding experience? And I will share it with you. We'll see you soon.